Hi everyone, Tasha here for Kat Scrappiness, and today we're going to create a fun Halloween themed Quokka card. I love Halloween and fall cards, and these Quokkas are just so cute on Halloween projects. I'm going to use one of the Quokkas from the Dress Up Quokka stamp set and the coordinating die. This way it'll cut out perfectly to layer on a costume from the Halloween costume add-on set. For my grading, I'm using the Toil and Trouble layered set, paper from the Creepy and Kooky paper pad, and I'll also be using cardstock, metallic gray, orange, white, and lime green. I'll also be using a die from the Distress rectangle frames and a fence and moon from the Fall Essentials die set. To begin, we're going to start stamping our little Quokka. I'm just going to use my stamping block for today's tutorial and some black hybrid ink. Just going to ink up my little Quokka and then just stamp them on some white cardstock. I'll also be stamping the little vampire costume and the cute little bat. And I love this little bat. Off camera, I will cut these out with the coordinating dies as shown. And it's great because this way the little costume fits right on top of the Quokka perfectly, and you don't have to worry about fussy cutting. I'm going to cut a frame from the Distress rectangle frame set, and I'm using a heavyweight white cardstock. I'll also be cutting two of these little fence images out of the metallic gray paper, and here's my little Quokka all colored up. And here's my fence and the little bat and Halloween costume. We'll color the Halloween costume and bat together. For the moon, you can cut it out of cardstock and layer it onto your project, but I'm going to mask off the moon with some post-it paper. I cut the moon image out, and I'm going to place the moon in the background. I didn't want it centered, so I did put it off to one side. This way the little bat will look like it's flying across or over the moon. And I'm just kind of placing my little pieces to get an idea of what my scene will look like. And you see, when we mask off the moon, we can layer that bat right on top, and it'll be flat against the background. So now I'm just going to do some simple Copic coloring. Just going in with red for the vampire cape. I'm going to add some black to the cuffs of his little shirt. I didn't want this outfit to be too dark, so I'm just going to leave the rest of the shirt light. Next, I'm going in to color my bat. I like to color my bats purple. I don't know why, but whenever I have a bat, I tend to go with purple shades, and then I add some pink to his little cheeks. And then I didn't like how it looked just being white for this project, so I did add in some gray for his shirt as well, just to give it a little more color. So now that my moon is in place, I use some purple tape. You can use low-tack tape or just a piece of scrap paper, and I just masked off the bottom. I'm going in with some wilted violet Distress Oxide ink for the sky. I wanted it to be dark around those edges so you could really see the distressed edge detail. And then I just blended towards the center or around the moon. It kind of gives the moon a glowing effect by having it lighter around the moon. But you have to make sure that you go over the moon so that you do see the stenciled or masked off image. Once I was done with the sky, I pulled up the low-tack tape and put it above, so now I could color the ground. I'm using Distress Oxide in the color Pumice Stone, which is a kind of like a warm gray tone. And then I just did the same thing, darker along the edges and lighter in the center. I used my Kat Scrappiness tweezers to pick up the moon. This way I didn't get any fingerprints or smear any ink into that moon design we just created. After I use some liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to attach the two fences. I'm going to have it where it's on each side, and since my Quokka is going to be in the center of my card, it doesn't matter that the fence doesn't go all the way across. This is great because this fence isn't a full width of the card. You could have them close together, or you could even just have one. So I'm just going to hold it down for a few seconds to make sure my glue has a nice bond. And then I went in and layered on his little costume. I love the Quokka sets. I love all of them. I think they're just so cute, and the little Quokka images always make your card look so festive and fun. So here is a close-up of him wearing his cute little outfit. And now it's time to assemble the card. This was the extra piece of paper that I didn't show in the beginning, the lime green. I was going to do just orange, but with that deep purple color, I think the lime green really pops behind the purple. So I'm going to layer the spider web paper onto some orange cardstock. And I'm just trying to get it nice and center. Once I was done, I'm going to use my glue runner and attach the center card onto that lime green paper. And do you see how it pops with that purple and lime green? I love this color combination. And this way we're kind of using all the Halloween colors. We have green, orange, black, white, and a pretty purple. So I'm just going to again try to center that as best as I can onto my card. For my little Quokka in the bat, I'm going to use some black foam squares. You could use any type of foam tape or just glue him directly on the card for a same look. I'm using just one square for the little bat, just in the center. And I'm going to position him right where he's flying kind of over or around that moon. For a little extra detail, I went in with my gel pen and just added some dots around the sky. You could also use some paint splatter, or some metallic colors would also look great. Now for the greeting, I just took a piece of scrap cardstock and cut it into a strip, and I'm going to stamp Happy Halloween with black ink. This set includes several greetings. They'd all work great on this card, but I think the Happy Halloween fits in with the theme of the card and the space where I wanted the sentiment. I didn't like it to just be white though, so I did add a piece of the same orange paper, just a scrap piece, and then I'm just going to make a nice little frame around my sentiment. I took it over to my trimmer and just trimmed two sides to make sure that it was all the same width around. And I think it looks really cute with the orange border. Then I just took some glue and attached it to the bottom of my little Quokka card. Lastly, I'm going to attach it to a white card base. This will be a top fold card base, and this is also just cut from white cardstock. I'm just going to position it where it has a little bit of a frame around the edges, and then I'm going to add some Kat Scrappiness clear enamel dots to the sky for just some more detail. And I love the way the clear looks with the purple and the little white dots in the sky. Here is a close-up of my card. You can see the little clear dots and all of the details that we added. I love the way this turned out, and I think the Halloween costume add-on set is just such a fun one for fall. I hope you guys enjoyed today's project. All of the items used will be in the description box as well as on the coordinating blog post. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.